for this YouTube video that I'm also recording at the very same time. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is actually like a bonus video. I normally do a wellness video for my fitness community on Wednesdays, and we were on vacation. Kaden and I were on vacation last week, and the Wi-Fi connection was not, it was enough to get stories in and get posts in and send a few messages, but it was not something where I could have recorded on my laptop and then tried to post it on YouTube. It would have literally taken forever. So this is sort of like actually a bonus video. And it sort of comes about from this idea. I mean, it's April 1st, so welcome to April, everybody. This is so exciting that it's April 1st. But it sort of comes about from this idea of I was scrolling back through my community, and there was a post from somebody a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, about, how do you guys find the motivation to keep going? I go for a week and then I fall off the wagon. And how do you turn this into a routine, something that eventually can become a habit? Like, I'm at the point right now where it's a habit. Okay. It's just something I couldn't think of not doing it. I get up and I breathe every morning, right? So I get up and I work out every morning. It's just part of my daily routine. And when I'm away from it for a while, it kind of makes me feel droopy and icky, and I can't wait to get back into it. Just sort of like on vacation. I got in 3 workouts while we were on vacation instead of my usual 6 for the week. And I got back and I was just feeling a little like, ugh, kind of a thing. So how do you get into this? Okay. So there's actually, the first thing that I wanted to touch on was this idea of motivation. I know a lot of us have a tendency to set a goal for ourselves because we don't like something. Okay. So especially for fitness, you set a goal for yourself, like, well, I want to lose 20 pounds because right now I'm flabby and gross looking and I just don't like my energy levels. And it's all based around this sort of negative idea of the way we see ourselves. And we want to change it to something positive. But the problem is that nothing positive is going to come out of something negative. Something positive it's very hard to create something positive out of something negative. So if you go into every workout every day of, well, I have to do this because I had a cheat meal over the weekend, or I have to do this because I'm 20 pounds overweight, or I have to do this because, and it's sort of like a punishment for yourself. You do not want to get up in the morning and punish yourself. I guarantee you, if it's something that is negative, you are going to avoid it at all costs. So yes, after a week, even if it's the result is to achieve something positive, the whole persona around it that you've created is very negative. And you do not want to get up in the morning and do something that you have surrounded with this negative feeling. Okay? So you want to surround this thing with a positive feeling. And it's hard to do. I understand that, especially if you're so conditioned to surround it with this negative feeling. But you need to surround it with this positive feeling. You need to understand what your specific why is. So my specific why is, I want to be around forever for my kids. My specific why is, I want to be the strongest person that I can be, because I grew up admiring and loving and feeling amazing about powerful people and powerful women. And I want to be that powerful woman for myself. I surround it with, my why is all about the positive. I want to be stronger. I want to be fitter. I want to have more endurance. I want to be better for my child. I want to be stronger for him. I want to show him what a strong woman is so that he looks for that in his life. I want all of these positive things. So when I get up in the morning, it's not a punishment for a cheat meal that I had over the weekend. It's not a punishment for, doing something that was less than helpful for my reaching my goals. It's a positive projection of where I positively want to go. Okay. Plus, we get into this cycle of, or usually So that's the surround it with something positive, right? Know your honest to goodness why, and make sure that everything around it is positive. And write it down, by the way. Write it down so that you can look at it every single day. In fact, write it down every single day. Get a new piece of paper. If you have to look at the old one, that's fine, but write it down every single day so that you reinforce that positive. Now I want to talk to you guys though about, a lot of times we'll set a New Year's resolution of I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay? But the problem is or just I want to get skinnier. That's even worse. At least 30 pounds is a measurable goal. You know whether you're getting close to 30 pounds or getting further away from 30 pounds every time you step on the scale. If you set a goal like I want to lose weight this year, like how are you supposed to measure that? Okay? And if you have absolutely no deadline of I want to be skinnier, then you have absolutely no driving force getting you up every single day to reach a specific goal. So when you set a goal, okay, so now let's talk about goal setting. And it was really cool because I actually just purchased this self planner. I have been using the Panda Planner, which is awesome. The self planner comes with even more instruction. It's just better aligned with what my coach has been teaching me about planning and reaching goals and things like that. So I got this self planner and it was perfect because I'm reading it today. It's the beginning of a new quarter, April 1st. And there's some information in here that I just wanted to touch on. And it was all about goal setting. Like if you set a goal of, I want to make more money this year, or I want to lose weight this year, or, I want to, whatever it is, something vague with absolutely no deadline, then you're going to procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate. And then again, you're going to get this sort of negative, persona surrounding your goal, and you'll probably quit, fall off, say, forget it. Obviously I wasn't meant to do this. And you don't want that. You are meant to do this. I swear. You just need a measurable goal that has a deadline. You need to say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. I want to be able to lift, 20 pounds by the end of doing this program for a month. I want to be able to do 10 push-ups in a row without stopping on my toes at the end of this 6-week program. Whatever it is, you need to have a measurable goal, and it needs to have a deadline. In fact, I'll actually even go one step further. They talk about having SMART goals. So they talk about it being specific, very specific. So not just I want to lose weight, but I want to lose, 1 pound every week for the next 8 weeks or whatever. It needs to be specific. It needs to be measurable. So again, all of those things that I talked about being measurable, it needs to be attainable. So it can't be, somebody who's starting out for the very first time on their fitness, having not done it for like the last 10 years since they graduated high school or college or whatever. And all of a sudden saying, I want to be able to squat 100 pounds by the end of the month. That's not attainable. That's attainable after a year maybe, but it's not attainable after a month. So it needs to be attainable. It needs to be relevant to what you're seeking to accomplish. Okay. So your specific goal, what you're trying to accomplish, needs to be relevant to your overall goal. And then it needs to be time-based. It needs to have a deadline. If you don't have a deadline, then you have absolutely no internal motivation when you get up in the morning to say, I'm going to actually get myself out of bed and go hit play on my workout, because you have no timeline. You have no deadline. Okay. So it needs to be a SMART goal. It needs to be something that you can see the progress, because when you don't see progress, or you don't have a deadline to reach a specific thing, then you give up. It just sort of becomes this sort of like dream, this sort of dream that just is floating above you in the abyss, and you've got no way of reaching it. And in fact, you end up feeling like there's absolutely no way you're ever going to reach it, because it's not specific, and it's not attainable, and it's not time-based. Okay? So those are my two biggest biggest things that I can give you guys today as far as what is this thing that I can't seem to achieve, this motivation, this willingness to just get my butt moving and do it for myself. Well, that's what it is. If it's surrounded by negativity, no, you're never going to want to do it. You're never going to want to do it. I swear. If it's surrounded by negativity, you're going to avoid it at all costs. So if it's something that ultimately is a positive goal for you, but you surround it with negativity, then you need to flip that. You need to find all the positive reasons of why you're going for this, and that's what you need to focus on. Don't get up in the morning and say, I need to punish myself for the half cup of ice cream I had last night, which really, like, that's not even worth punishing yourself anyway. But let's just say you had 6 donuts yesterday. Instead of getting up in the morning and saying, I need to punish myself for 6 donuts yesterday, get up in the morning and say, I'm doing this because I want to be the best mom I can for my kids. I'm doing this because I want to show my husband how sexy I am on the inside and have it show on the outside. I'm doing this because I want to be around for my kids forever. I'm doing this because I want to show my daughters that strong is beautiful. I'm doing this because I want to show my kids that anything is possible. All of those things, you just got to flip it from negative to positive so that you actually want to do it and you don't avoid it. And then you have to have goals. Real, honest, attainable, measurable, time-based goals so that you know when you're on track and you know when you're off track, and you're more likely to get back on track because you're like, oh yeah, I wanted to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks and I've only lost 2 pounds and it's already halfway through the first week. I've got a week and a half left to lose 8 more pounds. You get back on track because you've got an attainable goal. You've got a measurable goal. You know how far you've come and you know how far you have left to go. I hope this helps you guys. I hope this was a beneficial extra bonus video for you guys this week on this Monday. If you're in my community and you're watching this recording, I will see you again on Wellness Wednesday. I will record another video on Wednesday. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this Monday, on this April 1st. This is not an April Fool's video, I swear. This is actual helpful information for you in your own health and fitness journey. If you haven't joined me, by the way, and you're watching on Instagram, please consider contacting me or hearting this live video or sending me some sort of love and letting me know that you are watching, that you're following, that you're enjoying this, that you're actually getting some great information from this, and maybe even that you might want to learn more about how you can join me in my wellness community and how you can learn and grow and become a better, fitter, healthier, and maybe even more financially secure you by joining my team. So anyways, have a great one. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. I'm going to stop